Hello, guys. Welcome back to Genesis Vocals. This is now episode 3. I am joined here with two founders and brilliant minds. We have Christopher and Isiah, founders of Perspectify, but they're gonna walk you through what they do themselves. Isiah, would you like to go first?
Okay, so as he said, co-founder of Perspectify AI, which is a financial literacy platform to help people basically understand finances better, understand the educational side, and also with the day-to-day aspect of things, so with budgeting, expense tracking, and also keeping up with their progress and goals.
And Christopher, anything you can add about yourself, personal, the business, whatever?
All right, well, we told you about the business, but a bit about me. My name is Christopher Tate, trader for 3 years, and an entrepreneur.
I didn't know you were a trader. Okay, all right, fair enough. Oh. Well, I met these two at the Black Business Expo at Excel London. So, you know, the Excel spirit is still very, very much alive. And we're here today to make sure that you, the viewers, see the fantastic minds that are literally just right around your corner and how you can implement their mindsets and how it may help you be able to progress yourself, to find yourself in a better standard of living. So guys, we're gonna throw you in the deep end, throw you absolutely in the deep end, right? So both of you as founders, you are currently financing your business through your own personal income. Now, would you like to tell the viewers the kind of mindset that you have to be getting income from your job and then putting it into your business, which currently right now isn't generating back that income like that, okay? Because that's very, very difficult. It's a kind of mindset that takes a lot of balls to go and do. Either one of you who, like, Chris, you've got the mic, please go first.
Shall I go for that? All right, cool. The mindset, are you asking for specifically for the mindset of what it takes to you?
Yeah, what it takes and how you personally would like, okay, I'm gonna do Perspectify, I've got that amount of money. How do you remind yourself that you're doing this for like the greater goods of yourself and of your business? You know what I mean? What do you not let stop you, what like block you from doing that?
Okay, this is going to be about unorthodox, but I would say just treat it like a baby. Treat it like it's a baby, innit? Like, if you got to go for it, you just got to go for it. I would say for me and Isiah personally, we kind of did it. We kind of expected to do everything that we're doing, that we've done now so far, at the end of this month.
Right.
Next month, should we say? So things kind of just happened a bit faster than expected. But I feel like that's because we had the mindset that by any means we're gonna kind of get this done, innit? By any means. And I say treat it like a baby because it's like when you do have a child, it is your responsibility to take care of it, to look after it, and to nurture it by any cost, by any means necessary. So, yeah, for me personally, but what about you?
For me personally, when it comes to having like a goal and a business idea, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to like, as he said, see it as your baby, but is the days when there's no money coming in, you've just got to remember like the vision that you're setting out for yourself and continue to strive. Nothing tried, nothing done is what I say. So the business, I know what the business is capable of and I know what I'm gonna bring it to. So my income that I get from my job is literally for the business. Like, that's how I see it. I don't go out anymore. Like, I don't go out and spend money on, like, I don't know, let's say enjoyment. I know that time will come, but I just focus on the business, solely on that, because that's what I see myself doing in the next 20, 30 plus years. Whatever you see yourself doing in the long term is what you should be putting all your time and all your resources to. So if you don't do that, you'll only be in a worse position when it comes to that time. And also, like for me, shit, my mind's gone blank,
Bro, it's cool.
but also for me, having a business is something that's brave, because a lot of people go the easier route and become employees. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong being employees, but some people do have ambitions to become a business owner, but they're happy with the comfort and the security of having a day-to-day job. And at the end of the day, in life, everything is a risk. Even you working for someone is a risk, because at any point in time, they can make you redundant, or they might, like, their business could fail and you're made redundant and you lose money. So for me, I'd rather put control into my own hands and have my own business. So right now, while I'm young and I have the energy to be working somewhere else, getting the money, and then I can pull it into my business, I'm going to be doing it. Because I wouldn't want to be doing it when I'm like 40, got kids, and I'm like, okay, now I need to need to give my wife money, need to give my kids money, got the bills and all of that, and then I want to be putting money into my business. It will be much harder than it is for me to do the things that I want to do than if I do it now. So that's why you need to basically remember your purpose and your reason for doing things, and then that will make it easier. Basically doing things like putting money into a business that you're not actually seeing any returns at the moment, but you know that if you continue doing it, there will definitely be returns.
Guys, that was absolutely fantastic answers, both of you, right? That's absolutely fantastic answers. Have confidence in it, because it's really, really good. Viewers, I'm just going to condense that for you, for ones with, you might be doing something or whatever. If you take anything from what these two gentlemen have said, the first thing is ambition. Ambition, you go for it. You do it because this is something that you want to do. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to go and do it. You're going to go and see it through to the future. A point that Isaiah, you said that was absolutely fantastic, was that what you see yourself doing in the future, that dream that you've always gone, I've always wanted to do that. I can see myself doing this and enjoying it and getting up in the morning just to do it, because just for doing its sake. It doesn't have to even be for the money or the income. That is why you take those steps to invest something that you're not going to see returns on instantly, maybe not in a week, maybe not in a month, maybe not in a year, but you know that when you keep on pushing, this is what I love and this is what I want to do and this is how I want my life to turn out of. And another good point is risk. A lot of people, as we think of a 9 to 5 or like whatever you're doing, 12 hours, 6 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, we always think it's going to be there. But in recent history, COVID, economic decline, financial crisis, you name it, we are shown time and time again that working for someone else isn't a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. It might be 20 years in a company, 25 years in a company, and then all of a sudden that company, that industry has just changed, the company hasn't caught up, and that's it, you're gone. You're gone, you're let go, you're back to the starting point. You don't have the skills that everyone else has had evolving with the industry, and you're even at a much lower and menial position, and you're just thinking, what happened? Like, how did that even happen? So it's just really, it's a kick in the balls. Big kick in the balls.
And also one thing I wanted to add is, oh shit, what did you just say? Just repeat that. Sorry, the last thing you said.
The kick in the balls.
No.
I'm joking. I'm breaking the ice. No, it's fine. But the risk. You can't just work for somebody. The industry is always changing, and when the industry changes, and then you find out, 20 years, 25 years in the company, they can't bail me out. They can't give me that security anymore, and you don't have those skills.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like, bro, every time I get to this point, my mind goes blank. But no, what I was gonna say is like, the day and age that we live in now is the easiest it has been to do what you actually want to do. And it might sound cliche, but it's actually true. Back in the day, like let's say 40 years ago, when my dad wanted to probably start something, he never had the resources, he never knew the people. There was no online like that to go and just connect with people online. Like, you had to physically know people to get to places where you needed to be, and there was no platform for that for you to go to, especially when you grew up in an area that never gave you that accessibility to people and what's it called? Certain situations and circumstances. Yeah. But now, regardless of where you are, you have a phone. So the fact that you have a phone and Wi-Fi, you can do anything. Honestly, I see people there, they get paid for playing games, and I'm not saying do that, but if you want to do that, you can do that. There's anything you actually want to do, you can do it. Someone sold an invisible painting for 18k. Invisible painting, they didn't receive anything because it was invisible, but they guaranteed it was real. Someone sold that for 18,000. Deep it. So you can do anything that you actually want to do. You just need to find a way how you can monetize it, and with the social media, you can do that very easily. not, I wouldn't say very easily, but way easier than it was about 30 years ago.
There's always potential.
And
The
if you're
barriers of
looking-
entry is just so low.
And the thing is, I'll be real, like, if you're looking for the easy way in life, then you shouldn't even be watching this right now, because you're not the type of person that we're looking for, because the easy way in life is not what we're doing for. Like,
Exactly.
life ain't easy regardless. Even if you go the easy route, it's not going to be easy. There'll be things that will happen in your life that you have bad days and you have good days. That's just the way life is. And you just need to learn to love that and enjoy every moment. You woke up today, you're alive, you have purpose, you fit into the world. The fact that you're alive, you fit into the world. You was meant to be here today, you woke up, you watched the video, you're supposed to be here. You just need to utilize that in the best way possible and step on what you know you need to step on.
You lot are just spitting nuggets, innit?
Go on. Literally,
At this
it's
point,
crazy.
I didn't even know what to say, but I wanted to go back to what you said before, innit? Because it kind of correlates to how Perspectify kind of came together as well. You said something along the lines of basically do the thing that you see yourself doing in the next couple, 20 years or so.
Yeah.
Whereas Perspectify as a whole, innit, it didn't start off as being Perspectify, financial, mentor, etc., etc. But what I kind of wanted or kind of envisioned was a whole mentoring platform, innit, mentorship platform. And I remember this conversation with one of my work colleagues called Raven, and you know, he was literally like, you know how people gas you up sometimes, and he's just telling you like, bro, you're a hard worker, or this, you're that, like I respect what you're doing, But he was like to me like, so why haven't you started a business? Why I know you say you want to be an entrepreneur, but you're here working with me, like, like, what are you doing? And that's when I came to like, I'm actually not doing nothing related to business. I'm not doing anything related to what I say I wanna do in the future. So that was the first mindset shift for me, innit? As you said, with just doing the thing that you wanna be doing in the next couple of years. Because if you're not doing it, then how are you gonna get to your goals, innit?
Exactly.
Like, a lot of people want to own businesses, a lot of people got ideas, but they're not doing it. So it's like, where do you go from here if you're not gonna do it? So first, seeing yourself. Now I can at least wake up every day. I wake up and I'm like, cool. I might not be as successful as I am. Business might not be turning in money as of yet.
Exactly.
But I'm exactly what I wanted to be, which is being an entrepreneur. I'm literally doing the thing that I said that I want to be doing in the next 10 years. Cool. Certain things just have not taken place for other things that have happened, but I can wake up every day and I'm happy. I'm happy to an extent, innit? There's always going to be an extent. But also, you said something else that I forgot, so I'll let it slip my mind. But also, going back to just mindset. Mindset was the question, innit? The type of mindset it takes. And obviously, at first I was saying, yeah, cool, treat it like a baby, etc. But one main thing I was deep in as well was because, you know, going through the business that me and Isiah have as well, we have to deep the archetype of people that we're targeting, right? And our business is very tricky, innit? Like, there's so many personas. But one thing that we actually deeped, I think we deeped this at the last Business Black show, right? We were all together. But it's like the mindset between someone that is working a 9-to-5 or working a career-based job to a business owner is completely different. So how we would actually target them is going to be completely different. So touching back up on mindset, I would say you need to get used to being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's like the main thing there. If you can't go through certain types of emotions and just going through it, if you're not able to put yourself through uncomfortability, then it's just not gonna work. That's number one.
It's true.
It will never work if you're not able to be uncomfortable.
You can't see it. You can't.
Exactly.
The steps are never, when you're on that road to success, they're never just, yeah, you gotta do that. Never. It's on the fly. The problem comes and then you're like, right, I'm gonna try solve it like this. I hope to God it works. But even if it doesn't, I'm gonna now switch it up, what worked, what didn't, and go it like that and see the result.
That's key.
Imagine you're here. The journey, like the destination, is there, but the journey is like that to get to the destination. Like it's not clear, straight through. But as long as you got the destination in mind, just trust in the journey. The journey. If you continue that journey, you will make it to your destination. Just loads of people will be. They see that they're going straight a bit, then they start deviating. But once they detour, they stop. And then once you stop, that's just, you've guaranteed failure if you stop. But if you continue, then you've always got a chance, and eventually you will get to where you want to be, and you'll become that person. Like, even when it comes to mindsets, like, my mindset has changed drastically from starting Perspectify to where I am now. And even, let's say, before, like, I've tried multiple different things. I mean, I've only worked like 2 like actual like jobs where I was like hired and like, let's say, like
What, with a
professional
contract and
careers,
everything?
more like professional careers. I've only done 2 jobs like that, and the rest was like I was working for my granddad and I had my own business. So, but when I was doing those things, I knew it wasn't something I saw myself doing in like 20, 30 years time. But everyone's coming to me asking, oh, am I enjoying what I'm doing? And I was just saying, yeah, because I didn't actually know what I wanted to do. And I knew if I said, oh, I'm not enjoying it, they'd be like, so what do you want to do? Yeah. But I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I was saying, yeah, I'm enjoying it, but I wasn't. You really need to like step away from everything. Take time out of your day, every single day, to actually be with yourself and your thoughts, to actually find out who you are. A lot of people don't actually really know who they are. And they think they do, and that's where they mess up. Like, you actually don't know who you are. Like, some people don't realize what's driving them for certain things. Like, say you want, I don't know, to be a millionaire. You don't actually really know the real reason behind why you want to be a millionaire. You see other people living a luxurious life and stuff, but you don't know the real reason behind why you feel that way and why you want it. For you feeling the type of way for that, there's reasons why you want it, and you need to basically learn why you want it. And the only way to do that is by having a deeper connection with yourself and also in faith. So that's, if you're religious and you believe in God, that's having a deeper connection with God. If you're not religious, you still need to have a deeper
You have to have a belief.
You have to have a belief in some form. And whatever belief that is, you just need to get deeper into your belief and purpose.
Exactly.
I need to touch up on that one, because as you said, if you don't know yourself, I feel like that's where the problem comes into play, innit? Because a lot of people want to be business owners, but they don't even know that, they don't know themselves enough to know that these are the things I need to change about myself, or these are the things that I need to become, or the skills that I need to learn to actually be that person.
Yeah.
People are trying to have a thing before they're actually that person for that thing. So how are you going to manage and maintain it?
Invest in yourself.
Investing in yourself,
Invest in
innit?
yourself, and you make sure that your mind is catered for when you need to make those hard decisions, like spending your income on something which you don't know is going to give you a return.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That is insane.
That is, you know.
And this is what I'm saying, the types of heart, it takes 2 different types of people to do that. And going back to what you said, when you know yourself and you know what you need to do, you can actually sit down with yourself and be like, cool, I might not be able to, I might not be the best at being in uncomfortable positions. I might not be the best at, you know, I might be stressing about my bills or where the next paycheck is gonna come from if I put myself in that position. So maybe you're the type of person that even needs to put themselves in that position to get used to being in that position. Or if you know that, cool, that's not something I'm willing to do, then you won't go to that route, innit? So you know, it's just about knowing yourself and knowing what to step on and what not to step on, and then just taking it from there.
And then also as well, I think it's about being proactive. A lot of people, a majority of people in this world are reactive to situations that happen in their life. So they just literally, whatever happens, they react to it. So let's say, let me bring it down to like someone that's just finished school and they're going to uni. Like, if they've done that now and they're not really sure what they want to do and they've just gone to uni and just did a random course, they're just being reactive to their situation. But a proactive person is someone that knows what they want to do and then they basically take action based on that. And a lot of people don't do that, and that's also something that's key as well, to be proactive. And it comes back to knowing yourself. You can only be proactive when you know what you want. If you don't know what you want, then you're only going to be reactive to the situations that come at you, and you will react to them in certain ways. So like, say especially, and that's why when it comes down to investing in your business as well, you need to be proactive, because some things can happen and then you will react to it in a bad way because you haven't thought ahead of like, okay, I've lost money this month, but because I know I want to do this, I'm going to continue doing this. And then you're like, instead you're reactive and you're like, no, this happened, okay, I'm not going to do this no more. I'm not going to try this marketing campaign or something because it didn't work one time. No, be proactive and find new ways to reiterate it and change. One thing might not, like even when it comes to Perspectify, right now we're testing our platform. Yeah, so when it comes to testing our platform, there's different ways that we're trying to find out to basically resonate with our target audience, and we have to try it out. We have to obviously we do what we think is best, but then once we do that, we then get feedback from what people are saying, and then we like refine it based on that. And that's just being on top and being proactive, not being reactive to people saying, oh, they don't like it, they don't like the platform, and I'm like, oh, you don't like it, but I've done this, I'm like, okay, cool, I've taken it, I'm now looking at what you said, and I'm going to go on top of, I'm going to basically take all that data, for example, and then basically work on it and be better.
Find the solution.
Find the
That's it,
solution.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you go, viewers, if you take anything from what, because you guys have said a lot of really good nuggets. Not just a lot of just jabber and whatever, a lot of really good nuggets, right? So I'm just going to condense it for you guys, just so, you know, quick points. First point is be proactive, don't be reactive. This is in anything in life. This isn't even just about founding or whatever. Anything in life, do not be reactive. And you know what? It's not only your fault. I'm going to say this. It's not only your fault or our fault that we're like this, or even our parents' fault, but we're in a system where the steps are laid kind of ahead of you, and they say, all right, after you do this, you're gonna do this, you know, and after you do this, you should do this. And that's just, I think just that kind of independence to become proactive, we've just been catered to become reactive just anyway. We're just thinking, okay, yeah, if that happens wrong, then this is what we should expect to happen. But we shouldn't expect, we should act before it even goes on, right? So that's the first thing.
I feel like when it comes to being reactive, it trains you it conditions you to take orders.
Yeah.
Because it's like, cool, if you're reactive to something, that means someone can do something to evoke some sort of feeling that you're just going to react from. So you're not really like thinking. When you're more so proactive, you actually think about the information that's being given, and then you actually
go
that.
on it.
Yeah, so
Literally.
being proactive helps you to listen more as well, basically.
Yeah. Another thing is listening. Always listen. Even if you're not necessarily liking what you're hearing, understand why you're hearing it, understand why that person is saying it, and make the judgment based on that. Even if what they're saying is completely out of whack, and then as long as you've broken it down and then realized, okay, they've come to that conclusion because they're out of whack, or because they have this kind of bias, or because they've had this kind of experience. Once you're able to critically understand things like this, you're going to get way more from what people say, how people act, how people think, and you're just going to be able to build yourself, build your mindset, and build everything. And then the third and last thing I want to say is, in a condensed form, is what you said about when at first you said it was about starting a baby, but it's about investing in yourself. You know, it's both, because your business is your baby. You look after it and you nurture it, and you give it what it needs, regardless of what it's given back to you. You give it what it needs. But if you invest in yourself, if you do further reading, if you do watch constructive videos of people showing you how to, that's why any of the viewers that have gotten this far are even here, because they want to do better for themselves. They want to see if there's anything that they've missed. You may be doing loads of good steps. We might give you a new idea. And what I love is that you guys, even as we're having this conversation and we're doing the interview, you guys are having more ideas from us talking. You know, there's things that we were all thinking, yeah, we're doing this. And then we have this conversation and we're like, oh yeah, there's that. And oh yeah, I want to touch on his point because there's that. And you know what I mean? It's a growing collective and it's a growing mindset, and it's just really, for us just sitting here in general, other people are out there, you know, loitering or doing whatever, you know what I mean, doing their 9 to 5, doing whatever, just like sometimes because you have to, and sometimes because there just isn't much more to do, but there always is something to do. You need to take that risk and you need to go forwards with yourself.
I think that leads back to proactiveness, isn't it?
And what I was gonna say is, like, you always have a choice, regardless, no matter what situation you are in. You always have a choice,
Especially
and the
in this day
only
and
person
age.
that can make the choice is yourself. A lot of people like they just say they react to life and they believe that they have no choice in what they do, but you really do.
have a
Like,
choice.
and it comes down to even the smallest things. Say you don't like your boss, you have the choice to stay at work and put up with it, or you have the choice to get another job and leave, or you have the choice to just quit and maybe worry about money at some point. You have so many
I just want to
choices
touch on that
you
because
can
I had
do.
a conversation with someone that is very, very unhappy with the work and with where they are at just generally in life. And I just put to him, listen, in my opinion, And you know, you don't have to take my opinion to heart or whatever. But I believe if you're in a situation that you don't want to be in, the least you can do for yourself is fight to get out of it. You can at least fight. I'm not going to say you're going to succeed, or because nothing in life is guaranteed. But if you fight for it, at least you get up in the morning and you have that, you have that vim, and you're like, nah, I'm not going to stand for this. Let me go and try and change it. And more likely than not, you're going to be in a better place than you were just 10 minutes ago. Do you know what I mean?
And even when you bring it like to a personal story, man. So when we're setting up Perspectify, I was working full time for an insurance company. While I'm working there, I'm obviously doing Perspectify on the side now. So I'm doing it when I finish work, I'm doing it in the morning before I go to work, and I'm working it. Being at that job, I was unhappy because it's not what I wanted to do. It's not even to do with like the working environment of the place. It's just because I wasn't where I wanted, like I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. I just wasn't happy. I'm the type of person that I like to do what I want. I don't like when people tell me what to do. I just want to do what I want to do, innit? So when I'm in a job and I'm getting told to do stuff by someone else, and I basically have, when you're there, you have no choice to listen to what your manager's telling you. So I'm like, I need to be out of a situation because I like having choices. I like doing my choices. So I decided to then fully focus on the business. Then now I'm working part-time. So I work part-time 2 days a week, and I now focus on my business all the rest of the days. And I'm getting myself closer to the reality that I want, where I am already an entrepreneur, but I literally can do whatever I want in the days. So Monday and Tuesday I work part-time. And then Wednesday to Sunday, I do what I want. I can go to networking events. I focus on the business. I can meet with different people. Like, it's so much more that I can do now because I'm doing what I actually want. So it just comes down to that as well. Like, you've got to take a leap of faith. I know I know for me is extreme. Not everyone will be as extreme as me, but to me, the worst thing that can actually happen to me is me dying. So if someone's knocking on my door because I owe them money, like debt collectors, I don't give a heck, because that's not the worst thing that can happen to me. I know regardless of what I do, at least I'm alive right now, and I'm gonna keep on working.
Life is the greatest certain gift that we have. Like certainty. Like, don't get me wrong. It gets a bit philosophical and religious. Obviously, there's a lot of people. It's a very spiritual thing. I think a lot of people do have that belief that 100% when I die, we're going to here or we're going to there. Do you know what I mean? Everyone has all these different opinions, but in this life that we're living now, the best thing you can do is be happy that you have the life here. There's loads of people that could have been born, but they weren't. But you're here. 100%. You owe it to yourself and those people that could have been here to be here and be the best that you can be. 100%.
Yeah, no. Always spitting. I love it.
Always spitting.
I had it in my head. This is what's happening to you, innit? I had it in my head, but it's gone. No, but to touch up on it as well. Oh my God, there's so much to touch up on. But mindset. That's what we're talking about, right?
We're talking about a lot of things. This is what I was saying at the beginning when I said that we don't have a script. There's no script, right? We're just talking, but it just becomes such a free-flowing conversation. Once you get started, it's just coming. So go on.
But yeah, taking it back to mindset, one thing that is very different, I would say, is switching from focusing on your survival needs to focusing on the things that you want in life. And cool, what I mean by that is, when I say focus, it's more so what you bring worry and fear to. Because I feel like that's what we focus the most on. The things that we're fearful for, the things that we worry about, they're at the front thought of our minds because we're worrying about them, and they get the most emotional conviction. So when you start to worry about your bills, you start to worry about, oh my God, how am I going to pay this? Oh my God, I've got my kids to look after. I've got this, that. That's what you're going to think about. So it makes sense to why you don't have the effort, you don't have the willpower to actually go forth and start that business. You find all the excuses and all the reasons to why you cannot start a business or start that idea, but you're not focusing on how you can actually make it happen, innit? So when it's not about forgetting it. It's not about living in delusional land, la la land. Yeah, we don't live in la la land, innit? But know that you got these things to get paid, you got these things to get done. Try your best to get them done. But as I said, we're not here killing. We're not dead. You're not gonna die. I mean, if you don't pay a bill, sorry, it's bad. Make sure you're paying your bills. But that shouldn't be the worry, innit?
And obviously, everyone has different thresholds of like things that they can take. But at the end of the day, to me, literally the worst thing that's gonna happen to me is me dying, which is guaranteed to happen anyway. So I might as well just keep on doing what I want to do until I get to that point.
It's guaranteed.
Exactly, and that's the
Absolutely,
mindset.
It's guaranteed.
For you, if you're watching this right now and you're struggling to actually start a business or start whatever idea that you have, I guarantee it's because you're focused on the things that you're worrying about. Like your bills, you're focused on all your worries rather than how you can actually just go and start that idea. So I feel like for us, the odds are stacked up against us, man. Was that how are we gonna do this, innit? But was that?
I think everyone that even views this, the odds are stacked up again because it's a very similar demographic. And what do I mean by similar demographic? I'm saying the people viewing this are probably not multi-millionaires. The people viewing this probably don't have some sort of financial backing if God knows what happens to them, or only have it for a limited amount of time. And a lot of them have gone through the same education system as us, which I personally believe is such a really big, another kick in the balls, but a really, it's like the Matrix, but it's like, it's real.
It's rigged.
It's rigged. It's terrible.
100%. But everything's rigged. It's
Everything
rigged
is
for the
rigged.
people at the top, whoever created it
To stay there, you
that's
know?
just how it
But
is.
once you understand
You just have
that,
to play the odds.
and once you understand that you play the game, and you know, we're here to help you play that
Play the
game,
game.
you know? I met these guys and we met up so that we could help each other to play the game. We're making this video so that everyone viewing this, and just even for ourselves, because we're thinking and we're going to take this back and we're going to change what we're doing and improve on it anyway from what we're just discussing. This is to play the game, and this is to get into that better position where we're not, you know, enslavement and just working for just some random person. We have absolutely no idea who they are,
and don't care about us.
They don't
We're
care.
just
They don't even
another
know who we
statistic.
are. Yeah, it's serial
statistic,
number. They probably don't even know our serial number. The system, the computer has more ideas about who we are and knows more about us than the person that we're working for.
Man said the whole AI, bro.
Yeah, their whole AI knows more about me than my boss. It's,
I'm
yeah,
laughing because it's true.
it's so bad.
That's so crazy.
It's terrible. It's
But no,
actually
alright, cool. For me, alright, cool. I'm gonna put it down to my top 4 or top 5. Should we do top 5 mindset types?
Yeah, go on.
Alright, cool.
Top
So
5 each.
cool. As I said, for one, uncomfortability, because I feel like that's what's them. That just creates all problems. You know, if for the people that are comfortable, the reason why you don't want to start your business is because you're scared that you're not gonna make enough bread to cover up and do all of that. So you get me, you're comfortable right now, innit? Because you're getting in the money and all of that, innit? Learn how to be uncomfortable, you can push past the boundaries, you can push past the what ifs. And also, cool, so I'll say, learn to be uncomfortable, learn to manage expectations, because I feel like that's what will kill everyone. Because if we wasn't managing expectations right now, we'll be out of business, man. Yeah. Because, listen, especially with, as I said, innit, we've done a lot so fast. So we wanted to we're trying to keep up that momentum. So obviously when things are not happening right now, it's like, shit, it's not happening.
Yeah.
But we have to manage that level. It's cool, it's fine. We're gonna get to it regardless of what happens, isn't it? So cool. Being uncomfortable, managing expectations, as you said, proactiveness, being proactive. Gosh, I'm tired of fucking people. Sorry for my language. Professionalism. Professionalism.
It's all right. It's authentic. That's how I think about it. We're just a side note. Just any interview that I do, it just should be authentic because that is the USP of. Obviously, there's loads of videos out there and loads of interviews that are authentic. But for the people kind of in our similar position and what we're trying to bring, you need to link authenticity in how you're going to reach that multi-million idea or that full purpose in life. It doesn't have to be multi-millionaire, but that full purpose in life. Authenticity of where we are, who we are, why we're here, and then where we want to be.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
As you carry on, I think you're on the second second point.
You said proactive.
Being uncomfortable,
Be uncomfortable,
proactiveness, managing expectations.
Yeah, you said that. So another fourth.
Yeah, and then the fourth, I would just say, well, no, reason why for proactiveness, isn't it? Because I'm tired of people just saying that they don't know what to do. I'm sorry, my mentor said the same thing to me, innit? Because I was asking him, oh, should I do this, should I do that? He's like, why do you not know what to do? You're at the beginning of what of your business. There should never not be something that you should be doing. Whether it's learning something new or doing something new, they go hand in hand. Proactiveness encompasses it all, and obviously going back to uncomfortability, if you know how to be uncomfortable, you can get through the long days and the boringness of just learning, studying, or doing the things that you don't want to do. Because there's a lot of things I don't want to do.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
that's very true.
But yeah, that was 4, innit? Or 3.
That's
You
4.
were just going on proactive still, so now you're on the
No,
fourth.
now you're on 4.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I would just say, well, it encompasses proactiveness and uncomfortability, but just a willingness to learn.
Yeah.
When you have a willingness to learn, then you have a willingness to put in the action, learn from the action, and just keep. I feel like those are the 2-step process. Just do, learn from what you do, keep doing.
Do it again
learn it.
better, learn it again.
Learn
do
the
it
theory
again
behind
better.
it and keep doing it.
That's it.
But yeah, so that was 4, but I'll just go with that.
No, that's fine. Isaiah.
Bro, I'm supposed to come up with 5.
Yeah, hey, look, it's not even come up. You've said more than like
that's what I'm
8.
saying, that's
So
what I'm
it's just a
saying, so I gotta
literal,
think.
it's just a summary of like what we've already said. You know, you could start on like
I guess,
see where you're
sorry,
gonna be.
I guess the 5th
You
one for
found
me,
it.
the 5th one for me is just going above your survival needs, isn't it? We're not worrying about your survival costs and things that are just here to rob you for your resources. Yeah. You know, only focus on what's gonna add growth to your life.
Well, when it comes to mindsets and what he said, he speaks for me in that. I'll probably say something else because I don't want to. I'll end up just repeating on what he said. Mindsets. I mean, flip me out. I can't even.
No, so think about all right. When people are at their absolute lowest point, like really, you're thinking, "Raw, is this the end? Like of my situation as it is?" What kind of mentality should you go to recover from that?
So for me, it comes down to habits. Yeah. So if you're at your low, you could just imagine your whole day is bad. Yeah, and the reason why is because you basically, without realizing it, you take for granted all the good things that's actually happening in your life.
That's true.
So,
big.
and when it comes to the good things, you need to think on the minute level, the smallest detail that you might not even think. So for me, I now wake up and I meditate and have my gratitude in the mornings. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm happy. I'm grateful that I can actually walk and get up, that I can see, that I can taste, all these little things that I take for granted, that if one of these things went in my life, it would have a significant impact. I can see, I can feel, I can, what's it called? I have people that love me, I love people. What else? Just anything in your life. There's something good in your life, and if you're saying there's nothing good in your life, I can at least say that you woke up and you're alive. So that's one thing I know that's good because you're watching this. You're breathing. You experience. You can hear because you're watching the video. What else? I don't know, but you got to think about it to yourself. But think on the smallest, minute levels of what to be grateful for. The more you do that every single day, it compounds. These things might seem small at the beginning, but everything has a compound effect. So if you keep on doing it, it will have a greater impact down the line. So my morning routine, I know in 2 years' time, it will be so profound the impact that it will have on my life because I've been doing it for 2 years straight, and that just compounded. And then in 10 years' time, I'll still be doing it. So it's even greater. I'll be at even greater heights. And that's how I see it. So and obviously that with life is a swing. So there's going to be things that happen to me where I'm maybe not happy that day, or like I may have had a bad moment, but I'm not going to let that affect my day because at the end of the day, I knew I was alive and I took the time to actually be grateful for something in the day so that I'm not just focusing on the negative. Because if all you focus on the negative, then that's all you're going to attract, the negative. So you have to focus on the positives as well. It may be hard, but you've got to strive to focus on the positives to have a positive impact in your life. That's all I can think
What's
of.
that? The two M's. Magnify and maintain.
Magnify and maintain.
Where
you
At Nero.
Yeah, at Nero.
We got at Nero on that one, man.
At Nero on that one.
But yeah, I don't know what else to say right now.
No, that was brilliant. That was completely fine. Literally, no, man. So the 5 things that I'm going to take away from this interview, and I haven't even said much, but I've already got loads of ideas. But if I was to take 5, is 1, obviously, see what you're going to do in 20, 40 years. Like, what do you actually envision yourself you doing it? And that should be your motivation of why you take those steps that you actually don't know if they're going to work or not. But those steps that you've taken is to a proactive effect. And it's a proactive effect of being like full, being happy with what you did and go, you know what, even if none of it went well, I tried. And that's the best you can do for yourself. In this point, that's the best you can do for yourself.
You know what, I just want to interrupt on that first point, yeah? For those that don't even know where to start and what to do, for me, the biggest thing that you should do if you don't know where to start completely, you're completely lost, is taking the time out of your day to just be within yourself and think. Because once you're thinking, eventually something will come into your mind that you can start. And and also start building good habits. So that could be going to the gym, that could be reading, that could be watching educational podcasts, something that helps you in a positive way. So you don't actually have to like maybe get started on the idea straight away because you might not have it, but there is things that you can do to actually help you get to that point.
Exactly.
Yeah, and just to touch up on what he's just said, just know who you want to be, know who you want to become, know what that person is doing, because trust me, the person's not sitting there bashing, man. The person you want to be, the person running your business, running your companies, transcending all those ideas you have in your head. It's not sitting there bashing, bruv. We're not doing that, innit? So I guess.
You know what? No. It's good that you said that because it's those kind of like. So for example, back in the day, not even back in the day, like maybe 2 years ago or something, I would spend maybe like 18 hours, 20 hours on gaming. And me on the Xbox, that's just it. But yeah, bro, that's just it. I'm gaming, I'm reaching this, I'm reaching that, I'm doing all sorts of stuff. And when I look back at it now, it's like, I did game and I did have fun, but there should have been more of a balance. I still can do it, but there should have been more of a balance. I should have been tackling. I was good at like selling things. I would always love like entrepreneurial kind of stuff and whatever, but I should have taken a bit more time and a bit more risks in trying. Yeah, especially in this day and age where the barriers to entry is so low. Like you don't need to pay money to do so much stuff. So that's literally, go to these events, guys. Go to these events. Like just another point, barriers of entry to any industry, whatever, is so low now, but to find yourself, I think going to like the Black Business Expo that I went to, like I don't know what happened, like it literally just inspired me to just be like, I can be this person. Like there's a whole gathering of people that are exactly like me mentally. I don't need anything like more to get started. I can obviously improve, but I don't need more to get started. I have more than enough to get started, which is time, an Oyster card. But it's literally just time, because even if you can't travel, we have video capabilities now. Your phone, you can walk, you can take video, you can carry a pigeon, you can mail letters, you can do everything, every single thing. You can do everything. Do it. Even in the viewers that are have a disability, you know, if I'm still really, because like if you're like in a wheelchair or like you've had a severe accident, you're thinking, I can't go and meet these people, I can't go to these events. There's people doing podcasts, there's people doing webinars. There's so many webinars going on. Online is just another world where you can literally sit there and interact with people, and that's what the big positive interactions is just what you should be looking for and what you should be aiming for. And if you're having a negative interactions and there's a source of negative interactions that you're seeing is consistent, it's time to either limit if you can't get rid of it, but either limit or completely get rid of it. You know what I mean? And just literally just be dead set, because you don't need that. That's not going to help you. It might help the thing that's causing it or the person, but it's not going to help you. And you're here, you're living, you deserve a chance to be happy. So be happy. You know?
Adding to that point, adding to the whole mindset concept, I would definitely say your environment, those around you and those who you look up to and you're influenced by, definitely G-check that. I would say that's, I don't know for everyone else, but for me personally, that was like my number one pivotal moment when I started to like, the things that I was watching online, the people that I was, socializing with online as well, just changed drastically. And then that's when I actually started to fully step into the person that I was becoming, I wanted to become. Because another thing is, I feel like the people that you're around as well will keep you in the box of who they think you are, who they think you are, who they want you to remain as.
Yeah.
And that's valid. That's how people are, innit? As Broski's mentioned, we're habitable creatures, so it only makes sense to look at the patterns of certain peoples and to assess accordingly. But that's literally how everyone judges you. So removing yourself from that positions where people view you in a certain way or view you in a certain box, and also those who, as you said, who add negativity to you.
Yeah, you cut them all off.
Yeah,
Literally.
cut them all off as much as you
gone.
can. I understand for some people you can't though.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's like parents, families, but you can do it with caution.
Yeah.
But even also, that's where it comes down to, like, if you take that time out every day to just think to yourself and be in your own thoughts, you'll know who you are. So when someone actually comes and then maybe says, oh, I don't agree with that, that's wrong, you know who you are and you know what you believe, and you shouldn't let that change that regardless of who they are. My parents, I respect them utmost, but they could never come to me and make me disbelieve something that I believe in. Because I believe in it, and so whatever I believe to be true is true to me. It doesn't matter if it's not true to them; it's true to me.
Until
and you just need to get
otherwise,
to
you know
until proven otherwise. And then if it's proven otherwise, then it's no longer true to me, and something else is true. But whatever's true to you, you need to keep that belief inside. You can't let people sway your beliefs, because when you do that, then
You should be open. Yeah, that's a good thing. There's a balance between being open to learning and willingness to take in information, and then being overly impressionable, because not
100%.
everybody has the same kind of goals, the same kind of mentality, the same kind of surroundings. It's a very big.
Like, I'm not saying be arrogant. That's why
Yeah.
I believe it's good to see the whole picture. There's always two sides to a story. There's two sides
always,
to a coin.
always.
There's
They,
always
no
two
matter how
sides to
deep, no matter how
So-
crazy the thing you heard was, when you really look at, okay, why did this person do this? Why did this person do, like, the police or like detectives or what they call, not sociology, no, it is like sociologists. They'll look at like a serial killer, like, for example, or like I'm gonna go in the real deep end, a real psychopath, and then they go, why are they like that? You know, what
like
happened?
the psychology
What
behind it,
happened
like,
before that? Not even just the what happened for them to have that kind of psychology around them? They will find that they were in a horrible environment. They will see that, like, they've been abused. They will see that, like, maybe, like, genetically, I'm not saying that it's been proven, but maybe genetically they're releasing some sort of chemical that's making them go, like, really having that kind of tendency. Maybe they're taking some sort of substance that's making them like that. Maybe they're eating something that's making them like that. You know what I mean? But there's always two sides to the story. You know?
This is why it goes so deep though, because I don't even know if this is on topic, yeah, but touching up on what you said,
Right.
there's two sides to that coin. So cool, the guy's done a crime,
Yeah.
But the side to that coin is that all the shit that's happened, you know, in his life, innit?
Yeah.
But then there's like a deeper side to that coin where it's like, cool, well, my man's gone through shit, another person's gone through shit, but why has that person not done the shit that he's done?
Exactly. You can't be a victim. You can't be a victim to the negative. You need to just do your absolute best, no matter what the negative things are around. That's the best you could do for yourself. And we're not saying that this is like the solution to everything. Do you know what I mean? But at least it's a progressive step, so that we can get closer to many solutions. Because this is how our world has just improved. It's just improved like that. Like, for example, right, this chair, right, back in the medieval times, right, there was no chair like this. There was no comfort like this. It was just a wooden plank. You sit down, you do all you have to do, and that's it. You know what I mean? But someone was like, no, we can do better than this. I don't like this. Let's try and make it out of this. Let's try and make it out of that. And that's just with everything you see. Everything you see that isn't like a pure element, like air, oxygen, carbon, like a pure element. Anything that you've seen, from a table to a road, to your shoes, to how our governments work, to how schools are taught, to why we have pens in a certain way. Pens were made of lead. It was poisoning people, so they changed it to what was that, graphite. You see, but it's always, there's everything, electricity. People weren't using electricity; they were using flames. But someone was like, "No, we could do better than this. Do you know what I mean?" And that's just, don't be a victim to what's going, circumstances. That's it. Circumstances surrounding you. Always do your best to be better.
And I can't lie, that's why I like the analogy that of like the superhero and the villain. So a superhero and a villain, they'll have the same backstory. They both had traumatic pasts. They both went through shit. Never had a good like life at the beginning of their stage. But the villain was like, nah, fuck the world. The world didn't help me, and I'm gonna do the worst, like 10 times fold. And the hero has the complete opposite reaction. Is like, no one was there for me in the world. No one was there to save me, and I'm gonna go and protect other people, so no one's in the same situation. So it doesn't matter what situations you can go through, but it comes down to the choices you make. You have either a choice to go down the wrong path or go down the right path. And to be fair, the wrong path and the right path is completely subjective.
It is very
wrong and
subjective.
right is subjective. There's no line that splits good and bad between. It's just one thing.
Yeah.
One thing. We conceptualize things as good and bad, but it's the same thing. It's literally the same.
It's literally the same. Like even so, with my business that I'm doing, so me teaching people how to start a private limited company, the education system would frown upon it. They wouldn't, like, oh, don't get me wrong, a teacher, if we put them on the spot, or her on the spot, or them, whatever, we put them on the spot and we ask them, you know, do you think it's a good idea that we should teach people how to start their own private limited company or any company whatsoever if they ever decide to go into it? They will always tell you, yes, you know, but do they facilitate it? No. They don't facilitate that kind of teaching and that kind of mentorship, and only when you start going into this world of not even just entrepreneuring, but but whatever you want to do, only when you start to go in that sphere of what's going on, that's where you always see, and it's the key word, mentoring. There's always mentoring, and then you put whatever prefix or suffix, photo, construction, writing, astronomy, there's always that mentoring, because they break down that education system, kind of that robotic mentality that you're just going to serve someone else and make you a more independent thinker. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of big institutions definitely don't like that, and they would see what I'm doing as bad. You know, it's bad for them. They're losing money. They're losing customers. Less people are going into the 9 to 5. More people are, there's more competition in their industry. I'm viewed as a villain. But for me, and for other people that are like me, that don't want to be like that anymore, I'm viewed as a hero. So it's complete to, even with robots, even with AI and software, there's people that view it as, oh, this is absolutely horrible, I'm going to lose my job, I'm going to lose, you know what I mean? But then other people are like, yes, yes, please, you know what I mean? This is great, this is going to bring us to new heights that we never thought of, and we're going to solve this many problems. But you see what I mean? There's always that.
There's always
that. So all you can do in a situation like that is do your best to improve your surroundings the best way you know how. But also be open to learning. It's complex. It's not simple. That's just the long and short of it. Like you said at the beginning, it's not easy. There's no right answer.
Life isn't easy. The whole thing of life, everyone knows that as well. Life ain't easy. So the only thing you can do is just do what you want and just have fun while you're doing it. That's all I can say.
Let me add to that. That's what I'm saying. For me, it brings it back to being uncomfortable, bruv. Because I feel like, as you said, life is not easy. I don't feel like anyone does anything that's easy for them, but what they do is what's comfortable. Do you get it? We all just fall back to what's convenient or what's comfortable. And whether it's your habits, you know, you're probably smoking that spliff not because you want to, but because you're just used to it. You're comfortable. You get me? It's hard not. You might think it's hard not smoking a spliff, but it's not really hard. It's just you're not used to being uncomfortable not smoking a spliff, so you don't end up doing it. So going back to you.
Even with stuff like that changes like your physiology and changes how your brain kind of connects. You know, like dopamine, like especially with drugs, drinking, whatever, and addictive substances. I've literally met people that have broken down and beaten those addictions when they wanted to, because they wanted to, obviously over a period of time. But that's just because they changed their surroundings. They just went for broke because they were like, I don't want to be like this anymore. I'm going to be like that because this is what I want. And there you go. You know, the people that don't want to come out of that habit now and whatever, of course they're not gonna do, unless they're absolutely forced, which then they will do their very best to try and get back into that. You know what I mean?
See, and that's only when they're forced to a place of uncomfortability. No one willfully goes to a place of uncomfortability.
Well, except the people that are like up there.
Exactly, and that's why you need to adopt that mindset. But I wanted to touch up on this. Goes back to our.
That's cool.
It goes back to our mindset talk, innit? But how can I forget literally the values of our company is literally empowerment, education, integrity, innovation, and community. And I feel like on an individual basis, that is what everyone should strive to be like adopting. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like we should all, whatever any type of knowledge that you're intaking on a day-to-day basis, it should be empowering you specifically to go do whatever goals that you want to achieve or whatever ideas that you're trying to transcend. Should always revolve around empowerment. Anything that puts you in a place of externalizing power or externalizing just externalizing that.
improving others, and then therefore improving society around you. Yeah, any action that does that. This is why we're doing this interview. That's why the channel even exists. That's why they opened Perspectify.
Exactly.
That's why I did Genesis. That's why we did all those other stuff before we even got to this point. That's why we met today in a place that I've never been. You know, with a mic that's 3 or 4 days old, which I've never used. In a setup that we have no idea what's going on, and we had to just ask the manager of where we can't say where we are, but we had to ask the manager of where we are, can we do this, not knowing if he or she, because I'm not going to disclose if it was a he or she, said yes. So you see what I mean? But now it's here. And now it's in the world. Now it's
We're
there we
literally
are.
creating this to empower you guys to take action in whatever ideas that you want to have and go ahead in it. So that's literally the principle of what we're about.
I'm diving off of topic of what we
Nah,
were just
it's
talking
cool,
about
it's
because
cool.
it literally just came into my head, yeah. But this is for everyone watching this. To me, people get caught up on the wrong things when it comes to money, and even my ideas around money have changed.
Well, I just want to
within
stop
the
there.
last couple
That
of
is
months.
that is not off topic in any sort of regard.
No, I'm just saying, of what you guys were talking about. I'm
Nah,
just
it's
deviating.
not. It's part of it. It's all part of it. Huh?
Did you have more questions?
No, I could. But I can do more. Listen, it's an ongoing thing. What?
You have more?
I have an infinite amount of questions. So it's fine, but there's always more.
Do you want to take a break?
No, wait, let him finish and then we'll do the intermission. Yeah, go on.
So yeah, when it comes to money, I think a lot of people have the wrong idea and beliefs around money. My beliefs around money have changed within this year alone. Have changed. So I just used to see money as something. Money is something that you can, a tool that you can use to get what you want. But people would just see money as everything. Like that's all they care about. Money. I no longer care about money. I care about value, because money is literally just an exchange of value. So if you find a way to create value, money will just naturally come because it's an exchange of value.
Yeah.
People spend their money because they value what they're paying for. Like, you don't just have money sitting there for nothing. You have money to spend on something that you want because it brings some sort of value to yourself.
It's
whether
just
it's
the
a drink,
universal language.
whether it's a drink because you're thirsty, so that you're paying someone for that drink because the value is that it's quenching your thirst. So you have to find values
That's it.
for people and just focus on the values, and the money will come. Too many people be thinking, oh no, I need to focus on making this million, I need to focus on making this million. But then they don't make the million. No, I need to focus on creating this value.
And the
once
million
I've
will
created
come,
that
you know what I
value,
mean?
the million will come.
will come,
Literally, more than the million will come.
Such a mad point. He said it all. He's actually said it all.
He's
'Cause,
actually
like,
he's the guru, bro.
He's the guru.
He's actually the guru.
It's like literally.
That's
fuck.
brilliant.
What was I gonna say? Touching up on what you said. I don't even know. It relates back to
The money, it's just the value.
yeah. It relates back to the whole concept how I was saying, the survival mentality, and then also having the mentality of transcending the things that you want in life. Because if you're just focused on the money, most time the people that are just focused on the money, they have the belief that they're gonna get this money to pay for all the things that they want in life. When people like us, we don't even care about the money. We do care about the money. That's not a lie.
The money
is a byproduct of our value.
It's a byproduct of our value, exactly. And we understand what we need to keep going by.
Yeah.
But once we have that threshold to survive, or even if we don't have that threshold to survive, we're always trying to find ways around to get to where we want to be. Like, let's say if my paycheck came and, I'm expecting £500 and I get 100. First of all, I'm gonna be like, whoa, you know what I mean? What happened? I'm gonna find out what happened. If I can't change exactly what happened and where the money's coming from, I'm finding a new avenue to get money. Do you know what I mean? That I need to survive. But once I find that money that I need to survive and stay on this planet, because life is the greatest gift, then the next one is gonna just be. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be investment. It's not gonna be me. All right, hoarding it. It's like, okay, just in case this happens again. Of course, I might keep something back. But there's always going to be that investment, and sometimes that investment doesn't cost anything. I'll give you an example of the microphone that we're using right now. So I put in this thing. You can find out. It's a DJI. It costs 212.
They ain't
I just
sponsoring
bought
you,
it.
bro.
Huh?
They ain't sponsoring you.
No, I know. It's cool. No. But this is for the viewers, like in terms of like just so they have the practical elements. So that's how much it cost, and I was like, okay, I bought it. Now that I have it, the value, not the value, but the cost of me, even if they did pay me £100, but the cost of me of coming here and doing this interview now is zero. So it didn't cost me anything, it just cost my time. And that time to do what I love is, here I am. There you go.
Also, I just want to mention, time is the most valuable currency that we have at our disposal. Not money, not whatever you think it may be. If it's not time, because time is the most valuable currency we have. That's the one thing that we're not sure how much we have, and that's the one thing. So I don't even know where I heard it, but I was watching some YouTube video and someone basically said it, If I basically said to you, I'll give you can get 10 million right now, but you die tomorrow, would you take it?
Yeah, see, that's how much
you
you
take
value
it?
your time.
How much do you value your time?
It's not
if
10 million.
If you can get
It's
a guaranteed
more.
10 million right now, but you're dead tomorrow, you can't do nothing with it.
It's more. My value to me is more than 10 million because I believe that I can generate, not just because I believe I can generate 10 million, but the experiences that I want to do in life is worth more to me than that 10 million and then not having
100%.
the
The
next
fact
week.
is, regardless, once you have if you have the 10 million, you're dead. Then you can't even use it anyways. You're dead. There's no time.
That's it.
All the things that you want to do in life are gone.
Done.
So it's literally using your time as wisely as possible, and you have to gatekeep your time and you have to be stingy with your time.
Yes.
Literally, like you gotta
Yes.
be precise. You can't just give the time freely to someone and just waste time doing nothing, because that's the most valuable thing. And if you haven't done any, say 24 hours, you ain't done nothing in that 24 hours, but someone else has, like, I don't know, developed a product,
Done a
done a website, whatever, that person will be in a better position the next day than you would be, because you still need to develop the website, you still need to do whatever. So time is the most valuable currency that you have. And obviously money can help you gain back time. And I like some guy called why did I forget his name? Some black guy called Myron Golden. Watch his videos. His videos are good if you want to keep this in
Myron
mind.
Golden.
But he's definitely like a good guy. He's a Christian. He's a business guy. He's proper on it. Yeah. And he's like, he uses his money now to buy him back time. So say he's got a flight somewhere, he could go commercial. But the time that it takes, so he's got to get to the airport 3 hours before.
Yeah.
He's got to wait for the flight, whatever. So in total, that process may have taken him 10 hours.
Yeah.
But if he's flying private now, the whole thing takes him like 4 hours. So he saved himself time. Or now he can say he's got a garden. It takes him like an hour to do lawnmower his garden and stuff. That hour he could have used on his business or family time or whatever, and he just pays someone else to do it instead of having to do it himself and wasting that hour.
Yeah.
So you
and
can buy back
that
time with
value
your money.
that you're paying for might be worth even more to the person that you're paying. So, for example, a gardener that loves gardening, but you don't want to waste an hour doing the gardening when you can do something else.
Yeah.
The gardener's winning, you're winning. You're both using the hour that you both have, but in the
ways
most
you want.
productive way.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yourself.
So it's just an even better exchange, and you're going to repeat. That's how you make repeat customers, repeat clients, repeat friends, repeat anything. This is how it's done, by understanding the value that someone else has and then making a mutual exchange.
Because even for Perspectify, at the moment, like, we're testing it, and we could charge people if we wanted to, but right now we don't want to charge. We want to get the most value from our users and also give them the most value, so that when it comes to a time where we have to obviously charge because it's a business, that we know we've got the best thing for our user to use, and that even if they spend, they're getting the more value out of it. And that's what we actually care about. I could literally charge for it now and like still be making money on the side, but I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that because I know the way that I'm doing it now, it will have a better longevity.
And pride as well, because you've just done it properly.
And just to add onto the whole understanding the money value, etc., understand how you're spending your money as well.
Yeah. That's
Because I feel like that's gonna make it easier for you to conceptualize everything that we're saying. Maybe that's a task for you. For you watching the video right now, Yeah.
Start budgeting.
Just start budgeting and understanding where your money is going.
Yeah.
Like,
and weigh that up. If it's going to Paramount Plus, but then you want like a camera, like a good camera that you're going to use for like your business.
Why is that
or
£20
you're
not
gonna
gone
do-
there, bro?
Exactly. But it's gone to this thing that you barely watch. You don't even watch it. Don't
one
be
thing
afraid
I've
to cancel.
admired about my dad, which I went to go see him the other day, and I'm just like, this guy's he's actually a G. Like, he went to go draw money out of his account, innit? And he doesn't check like the bank balance, innit? But he just knew. He was like, you draw out the money, he was like, ah, cool, there should be about this, that amount. He knew specifically the amount in his account at the given time of the day. So if he knows when anything's gone. He knows the G.
Reiterate that he doesn't use online banking as well.
Yeah, sorry. He doesn't use online banking. Even when he goes to the cash point, you know how you have the option to check the balance and that. Nah, you just draw out the money in it. But you know specifically what's on his account at all times. I don't know.
That's the one way of doing it. Yeah. No, that's good. No, that's good. Being proactive and due diligent with what resources you have. Yeah. You're taking it into your own house. Don't just willy-nilly spend it. Understand why you're spending it, and then your money will just last so much longer and bring you so much value. And sometimes you're gonna have more than you expected when you finish. Like when you've done everything you need to do, and then either paydays come in or a new clients come in, or you just finished a contract and the money's being wired or whatever. You're just gonna look at your account and be like, oh wow, I've just got a little bit more than I expected. Okay, I want to do this to get even further in life, and you just have more resources to do that. All right, what we'll do is that we're going to take an intermission. Well, everyone's got a lot of ideas, so we're going to do a break. Guys, thank you for watching, but it's most likely not over unless there's unforeseen circumstances, which I will explain. Just want to big up the company, Perspectify. It will be in the description. It will be somewhere in the video. Guys, check it out. Test the product. See if it helps you. Be honest with their platform, what they can improve, and that is.
And I'll just touch on that again, just in case at the beginning I wasn't clear enough. But yeah, so Perspectify AI is a financial literacy platform. We help you basically manage your finances and make informed financial decisions. And we do this by two main ways. So we have the education aspect of it. So is tailored guidance. You get daily lessons, financial tips to basically help you. And then we have the more practical day-to-day side of it, which is giving you the tools and applications to be basically smarter with your money. And that's the budgeting, tracking, expense tracking, and also help you with progress and goals tracking as well. So we'll help you with the day-to-day is the key thing, the habits. So you need to see where your money goes. As he said, his dad knows how much is in his account at any given time. You don't even use online banking. You with online banking don't even know how much you got in your account. You don't even know. So you need to be on top of your finances on the macro level just so that you're not, because in the day and age we live now, it's easy to just tap money, boom, boom, £3 here gone, £4 here gone, now £50 gone. It's easy to do that, and then you just like mess up on your goals. So with your own AI mentor that helps you stay on track of your funds, and also makes you learn more about finances as you keep on track of that and make informed financial decisions. You'll be able to save better, invest better, and
you just become more competitive in general. You're just going to become way more competitive in whatever you do in a financial aspect, and you're just going to be better off. Every single paycheck, you're just going to be better off. That's just what it's about, you know what I mean?
And I guess it's practicing the principles that we just went over as well, because you need to learn how to be uncomfortable. And I would say we're actually trying to make finances a bit more comfortable for people and more convenient.
More open. Like you don't even have to, because right now, finance is taboo. Like people don't want to talk about their finances with people or their friends and stuff. They don't really talk about their personal finances. They might say, "Oh, I'm broke," but they don't actually talk about their finances. Yeah. They don't actually go into detail. These people, like, say that we're here, we're talking about all these things. These people don't have conversations like this. These are the conversations you need to have to open your mind. And now at least you have your AI that you know you can message anytime, 24/7, 365, to actually help you and
have these conversations.
And have a conversation, and then by doing that, you'll have the mindset more to talk openly with people because you're at least having a conversation with an AI. At least.
See?
That conversation
they're lowering the barriers even more of you becoming more financially savvy and more better off.
Also bringing the convenience.
How much people are you around right now that you have an idea and you can't even speak to them about the idea because you're either going to feel uncomfortable or it's just not going to make sense to them. Yeah, you don't want to be around them people. They're not going to help you because...
It's true. But it's not very hard to get to just sever ties, especially if they're like, let's say, the same workspace and whatever. But at least with a product like this and this conversation that we're having, you can now engage either actively or just by watching this, but you can engage and just develop.
It's not even really severing ties. It's just like creating distance. There's people that I'm still cool with, but I've just created distance for myself because we just don't align. Our goals don't align. Like I have no issues with the person. They're still cool people. If I see them, I'll say hi. But we just had to gain some distance, and that's just life. Like there's people come and go in and out of your life. Some people come back. That's just life, and just don't get caught up on that. Like as long as you keep who's important to you, family, friends, whatever. And if they're not good, if they don't align with your goals and help you become the best version that you need to become, then you just have to distance yourself. You don't have to cut them off and be like, nah, fuck you. But just distance yourself. Yeah.
All I'm going to say, you see that emotion called guilt? Don't buy into it, man. Yeah. Unless you've done something genuinely wrong. But a lot of us are going around life and we're feeling guilty and shameful for things that we shouldn't feel guilty and shameful for. You know what I mean?
No matter what another person may view it as like, oh yeah, you should feel bad that you did. But you know what?
Sometimes it's fine. It might be your niece's or your brother's birthday next month. If you want to take that money and go invest in the business, go fucking invest in the business, man. Yeah, because your niece or nephew is not going to be the ones
that's going to bring you the work. Or they might, but you know what I mean? At least you're taking an active step to go on for it. And when people ask you, whenever someone asks you, why did you spend this XYZ amount of money, you should always be able to tell them and where it will lead to. You should always be able to give that. If you're just like, oh yeah, because I felt like it, it's not a very good constructive answer. If you go, you know what, I bought this fridge. This fridge set me back £400, but you know what, with this fridge, it's got higher capacity. I can store more food, which I can buy in bulk, which will cost less per unit. It will last longer. It will last 10 years. It's going to bring me way more than £400 back into myself. It's going to save me money having to buy food every single day because it expires just that much quicker. That's the kind of mentality of when you go and just buy a product. But we're going to stop there because we're going to take the intermission. Thank you very much, guys.